We're joined once again by Matt Barnes. So, Matt, what do you make of all this?
That's tough. Camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Normally a camp shouldn't have a voice in an organization, but when that camp, one of the people in that camp is the agent of Anthony Davis. You know, the camp has a voice. It's an unfortunate situation. You know, knowing Luke, playing with Luke, he's a great basketball mind, but I think he knew stepping into this Laker chair, but I call it the hot seat from the jump. You're going to be scrutinized every single day. The best is never good enough, and you know, at any given time, it could be your day. So it's an unfortunate. I really hope that, you know, he gets a chance to continue to develop this team. If they pick up a big free agent, get to continue to coach that and just give them a chance. I think too often we expect magic in a bottle to happen that fast, and sports isn't that way anymore.
Have you heard anything from any? You keep in touch with a lot of the current players.
I've heard, outside of the camp, not necessarily from the players. You know, I haven't heard anything from the players, and like I said, I haven't heard anything from, you know, LeBron's mouth per se that I have a problem with Luke. Like I said, for about 2 months now, I've heard LeBron's camp has not wanted Luke. They're still in, like I said, normally they wouldn't have a voice, but for this instance, they do have a voice from the standpoint of the connections they have.
Well, that voice is going to get louder because of the Anthony Davis connection. But the one thing that Luke Walton has in his corner, he has Jenny Buss camp in his corner.
They're very big.
So it's been reported that Magic would like to see someone else coach this team. But Jenny Buss gave him the Heisman pose and still farmed that idea. So at the end of the day, Skip Bayless, you know, there are a lot of camps, and I want him out and I want him back. But the lady's name that's on the check, she trumps everybody. Now, it's going to come a time where I'm sure Magic and Rob Pelinka's going to go upstairs and they say, Jenny, in order for us to get Anthony Davis, this is what's going to have to happen. Because what transpired is that it became to know that they could have had Boogie Cousins for Brandon Ingram. And once Jenny, hold on, Jenny, so what? We could have had Boogie for Brandon, and y'all said no? Oh, you got to go. I don't think Jenny's going to make that mistake. You got a chance to get Anthony Davis, and the trade-off is the head coach got to go. Well, who else does he want to go? You want the janitors to go? You want the cheerleaders to go? Because if you want that, if we can get Anthony, that's generational talent. The guy's 29, 13, 29, 14, 4.5, 2. And he's 25.
How old is he?
25.
Oh, he's a baby.
25. 26 in March.
25, Skip. So guess what? That camp.
Talk to you later.
That camp or camp 5 is getting bigger.
It's getting bigger.
One
other lady in this equation is Jackie McMullen, who reported this, who I've known forever, and she is highly respected, so I'm going to take this to my personal bank. There's something going on here where there's lots of smoke. There's at least a little bit of fire that's getting bigger and bigger. And obviously, Magic didn't hire Luke. Obviously, LeBron didn't choose Luke because Luke was just already there when LeBron chose Magic and LA and the Lakers. That's what he chose. And if his camp is not happy, then I'm going to have to believe LeBron is not happy, not completely sold on Luke. And I don't know why, but I've said again, I'm a Lonzo fan. Lonzo has never clicked with Luke, and I don't know that that factors into this equation, but it's always been an uneasy sort of coexistence between Lonzo and Luke. Now, whether Lonzo would be part of a trade that would send him to New Orleans, highly possible, but it hasn't been roses with Luke from the start here. And I go right back to moment number 1 between Magic and LeBron, when he knocked on LeBron's door up in Brentwood, not too far from here. He was not accompanied by his head coach. And in other circumstances, he would be accompanied by his head coach, because that would be a big part of the equation. Well, I got it.
You know how it is. Come along.
Come along.
And if I'm a CI, if I'm a confidential informant, and I tell you I got some information, but come along.
First of all, I'm not talking to you, but go ahead.
So guess what? Magic smart. He was out there an hour early. Magic said he was sitting in the driveway an hour early.
Stretching.
But in other circumstances, you know, and I know, if it's Greg Popovich, you know, he's going to be in attendance.
I tell you what, if LeBron James said, Greg, I want you to come. I want you to come to my Beverly Hills. I want you to come to my Brentwood estate.
Yep.
And I want you to be alone. I don't want R.C. Buford with you. R.C. Buford ain't coming. Anthony Davis says, I want Danny Ainge. If these power brokers, and that's what LeBron James, and that's what these Anthony Davis, that's what they are. If they say come along, I'm driving. I ain't even getting Uber because I don't even want them to know where I'm going. I'm driving.
But if you're doing the Boston example, you know Brad Stevens he's going to be there for the long haul.
If Anthony Davis say, I tell you what, Danny Ainge, I want you to come along. What you think the chances of Brad Stevens going to be in that meeting?
I'm just saying, Danny Ainge loves Brad Stevens.
Yeah, he don't love him.
That is true.
But then another standpoint, too, I mean, has it ever been like a great situation for LeBron and whoever his coach has been?
No.
You know what I mean? So
I know what happened to David Blatt.
Yeah,
well, he deserved it.
And I'm not even saying whatever the situation may be. Like, we don't really know the inside stories of anyone's, but to me, like, the coach is kind of just whipped cream in any LeBron situation. He's never really the cake. You know what I mean? So, like I said, Magic is, you know, the overall force here. But like you said, he has Genie in his corner, so that bodes well. But you just never know. Like he said, if Anthony Davis is only going to come if Luke is gone, well, then unfortunately, I think Luke is a casualty of war.
Yeah, he would be. And remember Ty Lue during the playoffs last year, that one time that he was asked, how would you describe what it's like to coach LeBron? And he just dropped his head for a second and just shook it like it wears you out. It's a hard job.
Because here's the thing. Unless you're Popovich, unless you're Phil Jackson or Pat Riley, LeBron's going to think he knows just as much, if not more, than any other coach.
Because he does.
So with that big, so who can coach him that's going to be on an equal footing? Steve Kerr, maybe?
Plus, you know, he is the drama king because he's fueled by all the drama around him. He creates drama because it propels him. Doesn't propel the head coach.
But then also sometimes, too, like I said, I think LeBron gets heat for what his camp says or does. And those are grown men and making their own business moves. You know, they might have to check in here and there. But for the most part, those are grown men. So I think sometimes he takes some unfair heat for his camp.
Okay, but his camp he grew up with. You know, like that's unusual.
There's no question, like I said, but they're still grown.
It's not like
they're still grown.
You hired these guys later in your career. They're part of you.
I ain't got
right?
no camp.
Huh?
I ain't got no camp.
You got no.
Bucket don't speak for me. Bucket be talking crazy.
Really?
No, I speak for me.
He told me last night that you were in trouble today.
No.
That's what he told me. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I think camp equals LeBron.
You know what? I know. See, that's what. See, I knew you was gonna try. See, that's what you do, Skip.
Well, it just does.
Now, this man just sat here and told you. He says he's heard it for months, not from LeBron per se, and a lot of people have been around this situation say not LeBron, but it's camp.
But LeBron likes the camp to plant seeds so that when it happens, it doesn't seem so bad. You know,
LeBron James is not Anthony Davis's agent. Now, this is what I'm willing to do. Hey, imagine, you know, I got a 25-year-old, 6'10.5" guy. He really wants to play for the Lakers. I mean, he loves it. He loves L.A. He has a home in L.A. And he really like to play for you. But the coach, so I'm just going to leave that. You do what you want.
I think this man summed it up. Casualty of war.
That's it. Genie.
He's a great guy and he's a smart guy.
And you know Magic going there with that $1 million smile. You know Magic on that Genie. You know me and you go way back now. You know your dad, he's like a father to me. He would not let this pass.
Now, who would LeBron want to be the head coach? That's the key.
Yeah.
I mean, the only guy, Brian Shaw is the only guy there. So
I like Brian Shaw. That's just me. Do you know Brian well?
I know Brian,
yeah.
That's the only guy there. So what, you'll have a guy for 1 year? Who could...
Player coach, Bill Russell type stuff? Player coach?
LeBron?
No. I like that.
Can you imagine?
So,
I like it.
But let me ask you a question. Who do you think who could they get that LeBron's going to respect and says, okay, do your thing?
I think there's guys he'll respect. I think there's very few that could probably teach him something. You know, like he hit on very few. I mean, he played with Luke. He played against Luke. You know,
they came in the same draft.
You know what I mean? So it's tough to. I think sometimes Luke gets a nasty rap and doesn't get respect because guys that play with him and may say whatever about his playing style, but his basketball mind is something special. I've been around it. I've heard it. I remember him and Phil used to talk a lot when we played together with the Lakers. They were on the same page. So Luke's got a great basketball mind, but like I said, you know,
I can see that. Because you know what? I got guys that I played college ball with that are dentists and they pilots.
Great basketball.
If I see them in the captain's chair, I ain't getting on that plane.
Okay.
You're not?
No, sir.
Don't throw any of those guys under the bus.
No. Dennis, you think I'm going to go to them letting them work on my mouth? I wish I might.
You guys briefly talked about it, AD. Let's talk about the possibility of Anthony Davis joining LeBron and the Lakers. Could be fun. We'll discuss next.